Once again, welcome all of you to this Bhakti Samvedapa conference call for the session of Sri Caitanya Bhagavat. And I'm very happy to be here after a very long time. So I missed all of the classes for such a long time. Thank you so much to this Bhakti Sangha for allowing me to serve in some way or the other. Very good. So welcome all devotees to the session of Sri Caitanya Bhagavat. So we'll be moving on to the session. Before moving on to the session, I would like to know who are all present on the call today. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji. May I unmute? Yeah. Hare Krishna, Mataji. Please answer my humble obeisances. Jai Shri Prabhupada. This is Preeti Vilasini Devidasi from Atlanta, Georgia. Thank you for your warm welcoming, Mataji. Welcome. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Preeti Vilasini Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your valuable association. And thank you so much for that. Bhagavad Gita. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the call, Mataji.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Dandavat Pranam to you and all Vaishnava. Srila Prabhupada, Srila Gurudev ki jai. Vrinda.
Hare Krishna, Vrinda Gopika Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glorious to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji, Dandavat Pranam. Please accept my humble obeisances. All goes to Srila Prabhupada. This is Vardhana from Atlanta, Mataji. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Vardhana Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Mataji, Bhagavad Pranam, glory to Srila Prabhupada. This is Neetu from Baltimore.
Hare Krishna, Neetu Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glory to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for joining the call and giving us your association. Hare Krishna. Welcome to the call, Mataji. Anybody else would like to introduce themselves? Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I welcome all of you to this Bhakti Sangha conference call for the mid-morning session of Sri Caitanya Bhagavata given by His grace, Adi Gadadhar Prabhuji. But before moving on to the session, I would like to read Prabhupada's quote for today. So Prabhupada for 11th November has written a letter to Brahmananda Prabhu, which is dated November 11th, year 1967. So Prabhupada has written, if a sincere soul goes out and opens a center in any part of the world, Krishna will help him in all respects without being empowered. Hare Krishna. I'll read once again Prabhupada's quote for today. If a sincere soul goes out and opens a center in any part of the world, Krishna will help him in all respects. Without being empowered by Krishna, nobody can preach Krishna consciousness. We go to Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So this is a letter written to Brahmananda Prabhu on November 11, 1967. So I once again welcome to the Bhakti Sangha Japa conference call. So today's session will be given by His Grace Adi Gadadhar Prabhuji. But I do not see Prabhuji on the call so far. So anyone who would like to introduce themselves can go ahead and introduce yourself. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Anita Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada, all glories to Srila Guru Maharaj. This is Chinmay Raj.
Hare Krishna, Chinmay Vraja Priya Mataji. Please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Mataji, for the call and giving us the appreciation. Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for joining the call and giving us your appreciation. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. I once again welcome to the Bhakti Sangha mid morning session of Sri Chaitanya Bhagavata, and the session will be given by His Grace Adi Gadadhar Prabhuji and from Antya khanda, chapter 3, verses from 442 to 460. Hare Krishna. Over to you, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. 442 to 460. Thank you very much, Mataji, for this opportunity to serve Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat on Bhakti Sangha Japa group call. Please accept my humble obeisances. Om Ajnanatimirandhasya Jnananjanashalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. नमा ओम विष्णुपादाय कृष्णप्रेष्ठाय भूतले श्रीमते भक्तिवेदांत स्वामिन्निति नामिने नमस्ते सारस्वते देवे गौरवाणी प्रचारिणे निर्विशेष शून्यवादी पाश्चात्य देशतारिणे वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। नमो महावदान्याय कृष्णप्रेमप्रदायते कृष्णाय कृष्ण चैतन्य नाम्ने गौरत्विषे नमः। हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये। वन्देऽहं श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलम् श्रीगुरून् वैष्णवांश्च श्रीरूपं साग्रजातं सहगणरघुनाथान्वितं तं सजीवं साद्वैतं सावधूतं परिजनसहितं कृष्णचैतन्यदेवं श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna, dear devotees. We are reading from Sri Chaitanya Bhagavat by Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Mahashay. Antya khanda chapter 3, text 442. हे नये समय एक आसिया ब्राह्मण दृढ़ करी धरी लेना प्रभुर चरण। Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is surrounded by his devotees. At that time, a Brahman came there. Henai Samay Eka Asiya Brahman. A Brahman came there and Dridha Kari Dharirena Mahaprabhur Charan. This Brahman came and he firmly grasped the lotus feet of Lord Shri Krishna Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Brahman came, fell at the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Dev, holding on very firmly to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, indicating his great eagerness, indicating the burning sensation in his heart, indicating a sense of urgency, indicating his seriousness. This Brahman came and not lightly just touched the feet of Mahaprabhu and did no. Dridha kari dharilena Mahaprabhur charan. He came and he firmly grasped the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. After holding on to the lotus feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, what did the Brahman say? द्विज बले प्रभु मोर एक निवेदन आछे ताहा कही जदि क्षणे देह मन. This Brahman, holding on to the lotus feet of Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev, said, "O Lord, I have one request." द्विज बले महाप्रभु मोरा एक निवेदन. Hey Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, I have one request. I want to submit one humble request to you. आछे एक निवेदन. I have one request. ताहा कही जदि क्षणे देह मन. I will tell you what my request is if you can give me just one moment attention. You have so many devotees, you have so many things to do, you are very busy, you don't have any time. But if you give me few moments, then I would like to express what is in my heart. I have a request. I will present my request if you kindly permit me. Text 444. भक्तिर प्रभाव मोई पापी ना जानिया वैष्णव करिनु निंदा आपना खाइया. The Brahman submitted to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. I am so sinful, mui papi. I am so sinful that I did not know the glories of bhakti. I did not know the glories of devotional service. Bhaktira prabhava na janiya. I could not understand the glories of bhakti because mui papi, because I am such a sinful person. And not understanding the glory of bhakti, what did I do? Vaishnava karinu ninda, apana khaiya. I engaged myself in blasphemy, criticism of the Vaishnavas, because I could not recognize the value, the greatness, the supremacy, the importance of devotional service to Sri Hari. And therefore, I criticized Lord Hari's own people, the Vaishnavas. Kali yuge kisera Vaishnava ki kirtan ei mata aneka nindinu anukshan. What did you criticize? What was the reason that you criticized the Vaishnavas? Oh, I would say things like Kali yuge kisera Vaishnav, Kali yuge ki kirtan. What is this? In Kali Yuga, who can be a Vaishnava? Vaishnavas are very great personalities. Shri Narad Muni is a Vaishnava, a very great personality. Lord Shiva is a Vaishnava, great personalities. But you need purity. Ambarish Maharaj was a Vaishnava. But today, Kali Yuga, can anybody be a real Vaishnava? It is not possible. I would dismiss the Vaishnavas like that. Oh, these are not Vaishnavas. Nobody can be a Vaishnava in Kali Yuga. Kalo Shuddha Sambhav. Nobody can be Vaishnava in Kali Yuga. What are they claiming to be Vaishnavas wearing Kanti Tilak? In Kali Yuga, nobody can be Vaishnava. Kali Yuga, kisera Vaishnava? Who can be a Vaishnava in Kali Yuga? Kali Yuga ki Kirtan? What is this Kirtan? What is this Kirtan? They are saying it will deliver one from Kali Yuga. Kali Yuga Pavana, Kali Bhaya Nashana, Shri Shachi Nandana Gayo. Hey. Kali kalmashanashanam natah parataropaya sarva vedeshu drishyate iti shodashakam namna. What is all this? They are doing this kirtan, Hari Kirtan, and they say it will destroy the effects of Kali Yuga. Not possible. In Kali Yuga, nobody can do proper kirtan. In Kali Yuga, nobody can be a Vaishnava. I would dismiss them like that. I would always make blasphemous statements like, who can be a Vaishnava in Kali Yuga? What is this kirtan? Purport by His Divine Grace, Shri Srimad Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Goswami Maharaj Prabhupada, the revered founder Acharya, of Sri Gaudiya Math, and the beloved spiritual master of our revered founder Acharya, Shri Srimad, His Divine Grace, Abhay Charanarvinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Maharaj Prabhupada. All glories to Srila Prabhupada. People afflicted by argument in Kali Yuga cannot become Vaishnavas. Tarko apratishtha shrutoyo vibhinna. People afflicted by argument in Kali Yuga cannot become Vaishnavas. There are some people who like to argue. They are tarkic. They are very argumentative. They will find problems everywhere. Anything you do, they will have a negative take on it. They are serial blasphemers. Such people cannot become Vaishnavas because there is no possibility for them to engage in chanting the glories of Lord Krishna. They are engaged in dosh darshan, dosh kirtan. They are engaged in seeing faults and speaking about those faults. They have no time to speak about glories of Shri Krishna. Therefore, they cannot become Vaishnavas. Therefore, true Vaishnavism and performance of kirtan are not possible in Kali Yuga. Sinners would always make such blasphemous statements. These sinners would say that nobody can be a Vaishnava in Kali Yuga. Because see, everybody argues. One person was telling about Srila Prabhupada. Srila Prabhupada cannot be Vaishnava because Srila Prabhupada gets angry. Srila Prabhupada uses words like rascal. He cannot be Vaishnava. So, this is the attitude of people who like to engage in blasphemy. They have a very narrow point of view, and anybody that does not fit into their viewpoint, they reject. My way or no way. Therefore, true Vaishnavism and performance of kirtan are not possible in Kali Yuga. Sinners would always make such blasphemous statements. Kirtan is not possible. Why kirtan is not possible in Kali Yuga? Because kirtan can only be performed by Vaishnavas. And Vaishnavas never argue. And these devotees are always arguing with atheists. They are preaching. So they are not Vaishnavas, and a Vaishnava cannot do kirtan. A Vaishnava mukhat girinam putam hari kathamritam shravanam naiva kartavyam sarvojishtam yathapaya. 446. Ebe prabhu sei papa karma sanarite anukshana chitta mora dahe sarva mate. Hey Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Ebe Mahaprabhu. Sei papa karma sanarite anukshana. Sanarite means remembering. I now remember those sinful activities. Sei papa karma sanarite. Sanarite means smarana. I remember all the activities I have done. And anukshana chitta mora dahe sarvamate. And therefore, remembering what blasphemy I have engaged in, my heart is constantly burning with repentance. That's why he's holding the feet of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu very tightly. There is intensity in him. He's really hurting inside. The word sanarite, when I think or when I remember, that is the meaning of sanarite. Ebe Prabhu sei papa karma sanarite anukshana chitta mora dahe sarvamate. Remembering my mistakes, remembering my Vaishnava aparadh, remembering my blasphemous statements, I feel great remorse. I feel heartburn because of what I have done. Day and night. Every moment, I am constantly burning in repentance. This is called anutap. In Sanskrit, this feeling is called anutap. Anu means to follow. Following some bad activity that we have engaged in following some sinful activity that we have engaged in, following some offensive activity that we have performed, we feel burning pain. That is called anutap. We feel tap, anu, after doing a particular activity that we are not supposed to do. We feel remorse, we feel regret, we burn in our conscience. That is called anutap. So this Brahman is experiencing anutap, repentance. Text 447. Samsara uddhara simha tomara pratap bala mora ki rupe khanda ye sei papa. The Brahman prayed to Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, to deliver the entire world, you are as powerful as a lion. Samsar Uddhara Simha, Tomara Pratap. One name of Mahaprabhu is Samsara Uddhara Simha. Gaura Simha, the lion like personality, the brave, powerful personality who can deliver the whole world. Samsara Uddhara Simha, Tomara Pratap. That is the power of Mahaprabhu. Bala Mora Ki Rupe Khandaya Sei Pap. Please kindly tell me how I can neutralize those sins, how I can get rid of that stockpile of sins, because I have engaged in a lot of blasphemy, criticism, ninda. But you are very powerful like a lion. Please tell me how I can destroy those sins. Bala mora ki rupe khandaya. Khandaya means to cut or break. Say pap. How can I become free from my sins? How can those sins be nullified? He's asking. Mahaprabhu, please help me. I want to get rid of those sins that I have committed. Shuni Prabhu Akaitava Viprera Vachan Hasiya Upay Kahe Shri Shachinandan. Hearing the sincerity of this Brahman, hearing his intensity, hearing his sense of urgency, hearing his eagerness, hearing his candor, you're so candid, so non-duplicitous, seeing his honesty, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was pleased. Therefore, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu smiled. And oh Kaito, very, very non-duplicitous words this Brahman spoke. He was not duplicitous. He gave it as it is. He didn't try to cover his faults. He gave it as it is. And seeing this non-duplicitous behavior of this Vipra, hearing his very, very plain, simple, straightforward words, non-duplicitous words, no propensity to cheat, very straightforward words. He said it as it is. Hearing this, Shuni Prabhu Akaitava Viprera Vachan Hasiya, Mahaprabhu smiled. And Upaya Kahe Shri Shachinandan. And then Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu started telling him, explaining to him how he can nullify those apradhs, how he can nullify those sins. Hare Krishna. In the purport, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada says the word Akaita means without duplicity or simple. Akaita. Shuni Dvija Visha Kariye Mukhe Bhakashana Sei Mukhe Kari Jabe Amrita Grahana. Shuna Dvija Visha Kari Je Mukhe Bhakshan Sei Mukhe Kari Jabe Amrita Grahan. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu told that Brahman who said, I have engaged in a lot of blasphemy because I did not understand the glory of bhakti. Sri Chaitanya was saying, Shunadvija, O Brahman, listen. Visha kari je mukhe bhakshan, say mukhe kari jabe amrita grahan. If you have criticized devotees, that is like taking poison. When we blaspheme a devotee, we are consuming poison. It is not visible, but it will act. It will act. But if someone has taken poison, what is the solution? Take the antidote through that same mouth. That mouth through which you drank poison, through that same mouth, now you take activated charcoal, you take some antidote, some medicines to neutralize the effect of that poison. That is a treatment. शून द्विज विष करी जे मुखे भक्षण से मुखे करी अबे अमृत ग्रहण. With that same mouth with which we have blasphemed devotees, now we should glorify them. Now we should glorify them. That is called Amrit Grahan. Blaspheming, criticizing with the mouth is like drinking poison. Praising the devotees, encouraging the devotees is drinking nectar, Amrit Grahan. Say mukhe kari jabe Amrit Grahan. You must drink nectar. The same mouth. विषहय जीर्ण देह हयत अमर अमृत प्रवाहे एबे शुन से उत्तर. विष है जीर्ण. The effect of poison will be nullified. Deha hayata amara, and the influence of the amrit nectar will be such that the body will become amar, deathless, immortal. Now I will explain the meaning of this. Ebe shuna se uttara. Listen, what is this medicine? What is this antidote? What is this nectar, amrit, that will be given to you to neutralize the poison? Please listen to this. Your body will become healthy, body will become immortal, the poison will not have any effect, it will be neutralized. Please explain. Please listen as I explain. What is the meaning of this? ना जानिया तुम्ही जत करिला निंदन से केवल विष तुम्ही करिला भोजन. All the blasphemous statements that you spoke in ignorance. Na janiya tumi. He did in ignorance. He didn't know the glory of Vaishnavas. Na janiya tumi jata karila nindan. All the blasphemy that you have engaged in. Karila nindan. Nindan means ninda. All the criticism, all the blasphemy that you have engaged in, not knowing the glory of bhakti. Se kevala visha tumi karila bhojan. You have simply taken poison. With the mouth, when you criticize Vaishnavas, you're simply taking poison. So you have taken poison. You have been poisoned. Parama Amrita ebe Krishna Gunanam Niravadhi se mukhe karatumi pan. Now you must constantly drink the supreme nectar of chanting the holy names and qualities of Krishna. Krishna Nam, Krishna Gun. With that same mouth, you have criticized Vaishnavas. Now with that same mouth, you speak the glories of Shri Krishna, glories of Krishna Nam, and different wonderful qualities of Krishna. Niravadhi sei mukhe kara tumi pan. What? Parama Amrita ebe Krishna Gun Krishna Nam. Krishna's qualities and Krishna's holy names. These you should keep chanting. In the purport, Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur Prabhupada Ji Maharaj writes, in the Srimad Bhagavatam 2.4.15, it is said, Yat kirtanam yat smaranam yad ikshanam yad vandanam yat shravanam yad arhanam lokasya sadyo vidunoti kalmasham tasmai subhadra shravase namo namaha. Let me offer my respectful obeisances unto the all auspicious Lord Shri Krishna, about whom glorification, kirtanam, remembrance, smaranam, audience having darshan, ikshanam, offering prayers of glorification, yad vandanam, and hearing the glories of the person, yad shravanam, and worshipping, yad arhanam. What is the effect? In Srimad Bhagavatam 1.18.4, it is stated, Anuttamaślokavartanam jushatam tat kathamritam syat sambramont kalepi smaratam tat padambujam. Bhagavatam 1.8.4. So by doing kirtan, smaranam, ikshanam, vandanam, shravanam, arhanam, worshipping, hearing, chanting, remembering Shri Krishna, we become completely purified of sins. Now here in Srimad Bhagavatam 1.18.4 it is said, this was so because those who have dedicated their lives to the transcendental topics of personality of God Bhagwan, of whom the Vedic hymns sing, and who are constantly engaged in remembering his lotus feet, do not run the risk of having misconceptions even in the last moment of their lives. Hare Krishna. All we have to do is Uttama Shloka Varta. Keep glorifying Krishna. एकांतलाभं वचसोऽनुपुंसां सुषुकलोकमौलेर्गुणवादमाहुः एकांतलाभं वचसोऽनुपुंसां सुश्लोकमौलेर्गुणवादमाहुः श्रुतेश्च विद्वद्भिरुपाकृतायां कथासुधायामुपसम्प्रयोगम्. The highest perfectional gain of humanity is to engage in discussions of the activities and glories of the pious actor, Sri Krishna. Such activities are so nicely arranged in writing by the great learned sages that the actual purpose of the ear is served just by being near them. Which verse do you remember from this verse? This is Bhagavatam 3.6.37. But which verse of Bhagavatam you remember from this? Yes, Satyam Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, I might be wrong. Is it Savai Pumsam Paro Dharmo?
The Pumsam word is common, but see, here it is said that, let's see what Sunil Prabhu has to say. Yes, Sunil Prabhu.
Oh, this might be Yannam Shruti Punam Bhavata Nirmala.
Very good. That shows that the glory of the holy name. What Satyam Mataji said, that shows the perfection of Sanatan Dharma or Varnashram Dharma. But here it is said, Ekanta Labham Vachasonu Pumsam Sushloka Mauler Gunavada Mahu.
Shanvatam
This,
Swakata. No?
huh?
Shanvatam Swakata Krishna Punya Shravana Kirtana.
Very good. Very good. That is also nice. Shrutescha Vidvadbhir Upa Kritayam Katha Sudhayam Upasam Prayogam. Which verse you remember? Bhagavatam. Which is the topmost canto out of 12 cantos?
10th.
Bookman is first wave, I think.
First
Shutvan Gunal Bhavata
canto, Prabhu.
Sundava.
Huh?
Is it first canto only, Prabhuji?
No, 10th canto.
No.
Thank you.
10th canto, which is the most important chapter in the 10th canto.
Gopi Geet one.
Which slok is, you remember?
तव
Gopi.
कथामृतम् तप्तजीवनम् कविभिरीडितम् कल्मषापहम् श्रवणमङ्गलम् श्रीमदाततम् भुवि गृह्णन्ति ते भूरिदा जना.
Very nice. Who sang this? I could not see.
Prabhuji Bhakti Sundari Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. Yes. This is Tava Kathamritam. Kavi bhi readitam. Such activities are nicely arranged in writing by great learned scholars, sages. And it is the purpose of ear is served by hearing them. We are all suffering. Humanity is suffering. But when we hear Katha Amritam, Tapta Jivanam. It is the elixir for anybody who hears Krishna Kathamrit. So very nice. 453. जे मुखे करिला तुम्ही वैष्णव निंदन से मुखे कर तुम्ही वैष्णव वंदन. Hari bol. Mark it, highlight it, download it, save it, tattoo it. Beautiful verse. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Amrit Vachan. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Amrit instructions. जे मुखे करिला तुम्ही वैष्णव निंदना से मुखे कर तुम्ही वैष्णव वंदना. By the same mouth which you blaspheme the Vaishnavas, with that same mouth, now you glorify the Vaishnavas. That same mouth you drank poison, same mouth you drink nectar, Amrit, or antidote, purport. If an offender blasphemes Vaishnavas, he can attain auspiciousness if he glorifies the Vaishnavas while repenting and while admitting his offenses. Yes, I made a mistake. Please forgive me. I repent. I have anutap. I criticize this Vaishnava, but actually see this Vaishnava is so great. This Vaishnava is so exalted. This Vaishnava is worth worshipping. This Vaishnava is worth glorifying. Similarly, if by taking poison one's body becomes wasted by the effects of that poison, the body can again become healthy by drinking remedial nectar. The sin born of blaspheming Vaishnavas, which is not nullified by millions of atonements, can be destroyed at once by glorifying Vaishnavas. If one does not blaspheme Vaishnavas again, we should not do it again. Not that we blaspheme Vaishnavas, then glorify Vaishnavas, then blaspheme Vaishnavas, then glorify Vaishnavas, then blaspheme Vaishnavas. No. The Vaishnava may not say anything. Tiraskrita avipralabdha kshapta kshipta hatapi nasidat pratikurvanti tad bhakta prabhavopihi. The Vaishnava may not take offense, but Sri Krishna takes it very seriously. Sri Krishna is displeased when we criticize devotees. Krishna cannot tolerate it. What is this praman? Sin born of blaspheming Vaishnavas, which is not nullified by millions of atonements. हरि स्थाने अपराध है तारे हरि नाम तोमा स्थाने अपराध है नाही परित्राण. Cannot be. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving one solution. We have to stop criticizing Vaishnavas and we have to sweetly glorify Vaishnavas. Hari Bol. I repeat, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is giving us a solution to the problem. What is the problem? Problem is that we blaspheme devotees. And what happens when we blaspheme devotees? We become sinful and we suffer. What is the solution? Solution is we should approach Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. We should stand in front of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And O Kaitave, O Kapate, non-dupliciously, in a very straightforward way, we should admit our mistakes. I have blasphemed Vaishnavas. Mahaprabhu, please forgive me. I have blasphemed Vaishnavas. I will never do it again. And we should never do it again. We should not criticize again. And we should glorify devotees. We should glorify all devotees, especially devotees who we have criticized. We should glorify them. Je mukhe karila tumi Vaishnav nindan, se mukhe kara tumi Vaishnav vandan. That is the solution Mahaprabhu is giving. By the mouth with which we have blasphemed Vaishnavas, with that same mouth now we should glorify Vaishnavas and never again blaspheme them. Otherwise it will become Manye Kunjara Sauchavad. It will become like the bathing of the elephant. 454. Sabahite bhakter mahima badaiya sangita kavitva vipra karatumigiya. Oh Brahman, you are a learned scholar. Go and compose songs and poetry describing the supremacy of devotees' glories. Hari Bol. In the Srimad Bhagavatam it is said तत्कथ्यता महाभाग यदि कृष्ण कथाश्रयम् अथवास्य पदाम्भोज मकरंद लिहां सताम. Please describe all these incidents if they relate to the topics of Lord Krishna. The devotees of the Lord are accustomed to licking up the honey available from the lotus feet of the Lord. Athavasya padam bhoja makaranda liham satam. The devotees are licking the honey from the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. It is beautiful. Krishna Katha is beautiful. Therefore, please describe Krishna Katha to me. This is from Bhagavata. So Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is telling this Brahman, you are learned. You know how to write. Come on, write songs, write poetry. About what? Sangita, Kavitva, about what? Bhaktera Mahima. Sing and write about the glories of the devotees. That is very important. In Srimad Bhagavatam 6.17.40 it is stated, Mahatmyam Vishnu Bhaktanam Shrutva Bandha Vimuchyate. If one hears the glories of Vishnu Bhakta, like Shri Chitraketu Maharaj, from pure devotee, he is freed from the conditional life of material existence. Bandha Nat Vimuchyate. One becomes free from bondage of material existence just by hearing the glories of the pure devotees like Sri Chitraketu Maharaj. Such is the power of Harikatha. Such is the power of Harikatha. I'll show you this song that was written by this Brahman later on. Mahaprabhu gave this instruction. Sabha haite bhaktera mahima badaya sangeeta kavitva vipra kara tumi giya. Why don't I show you now only? Shubhasya shigram. Where is... So here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Who can tell me where I should click? Which Vaishnava Acharya I should click on? Huh?
Devkinandan Das Thakur.
Haribol. Who was that? Very nice.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Devavati Mataji ki jai ho. Yes, this is very beautiful song. Very, very beautiful song. This Brahman, later, his Gopal Chapal, he later on became Devkinandan Thakur after getting initiation from Shri Purushottam Das Thakur, the disciple of Shri Nityananda Prabhu. And then he obeyed Mahaprabhu's order that you write about Vaishnava Mahima. So he wrote this Vaishnava Vandana song, which in Gaudiya Math is a standard song that is sung every day because it glorifies all the Vaishnavas. वृंदावनवासी जात वैष्णवेर गण प्रथमे वंदना करी सबार चरण. Whatever devotees are there in Vrindavan Dham, first Vrindavan, Shri Rup Goswami, Shri Raghunath Das Goswami, Shri Sanatan Goswami, whatever Vaishnavas are there in Shri Vrindavan Dham, Vrindavana Vasi Jata Vaishnavera Gan प्रथमे वंदना करी सबार चरण. All the Vaishnavas, not just Gaudiya Vaishnavas, even the Radhavallabhi Vaishnavas, even the Haridasi Vaishnavas, Bake Bihari's Sri Bake Bihari Lal's followers, Swami Sri Haridas Ji Maharaj's followers. Then all other sampradayas also. Somebody maybe Kumar Sampradaya. They also are included. All the Vaishnavas in Vrindavan, Brajvasis also. I offer obeisances to all of them, all the Brajvasi Vaishnavas. Vrindavan Vasijata Vaishnaveragan, Prathame, सबसे पहले, first of all, I offer obeisances to the Brajvasis. Hari Bol! Ramya Kachid Upasana, Brajavad. Vrindavan Vasijata Vaishnaveragan, Prathame Vandana Kari Sabar Charan. They are the most dear to Mahaprabhu. Most dear to Mahaprabhu. Can I speak few words on that? Hari bol. Hare Krishna. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has so many devotees. But Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu relished the most intimacy with the devotees that he sent to Sri Vrindavan Dham. With none other devotees did he relish such intimacy as he relished with Sri Rup Goswami, Sri Sanatan Goswami, Sri Raghunath Bhatt Goswami, Sri Raghunath Das Goswami. Nowhere did he relish such intimacy. See, Sri Rupa Goswami, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu slapped. Is there any other example of Mahaprabhu slapping somebody? You slap when there is so much intimacy. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu slapped Srila Rupa Goswami upon seeing the wonderful poem that he had, the wonderful verse that he had composed. How did this Rupa Goswami understand my heart? Sri Chaitanya Manobhishtam Sthapita Bena Bhutale Soham Rupa Kadamahyam Dadati Swapadantikam. How this Rupa Goswami, Swarup Damodar Goswami, come here. How this Rupa Goswami has understood my heart? Tell me. Oh, he has received your kripa, that's why. Otherwise, it is not possible. Mahaprabhu slapped Rupa Goswami lovingly slapped him and embraced him tightly. Sri Sanatan Goswami, body is covered with ulcers, pus, blood, and Sri Sanatan Goswami is being embraced forcefully by Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu every day, multiple times. All the pus and blood comes on the Sri Anga, the transcendental body of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, but still having no grina, having no disgust, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu keeps embracing Sri Sanatan Goswami and says that this pus and blood from your body is like chatusana, a combination of sandalwood paste, camphor, aguru, and musk. It is mast. It is so fragrant, it is so nice. It is chatusama. Mahaprabhu embracing it. Such intimacy with Sri Sanatan Goswami. Mahaprabhu says, does a mother feel disgust while cleaning the stool and urine of the child? The mother feels happy the child is making the diapers wet. The child is making stool and urine. Mother feels happy. That means my child is healthy. Hare Krishna. Just like a mother does not feel any disgust while cleaning the stool and urine of a child, of a baby. You are my baby, Sanatan. You are mine. Prabhu kahe tomar deha mora nija dhan. Your body is my wealth. You are mine. I don't feel any disgust. I am doing lalan palan and you are my baby. You are lalya. It's such intimacy with Srila Sanatan Goswami. Nowhere you will see this intimacy. Yes, he cured Vasudev, embraced Vasudev, cured him, blessed him. Maya will not touch you, don't worry, you will not become proud. But such intimacy, to say that Sanatan, your pus and blood is like chatusana. It is like sandalwood paste mixed with aguru, camphor, and musk. Srila Raghunath Bhatt Goswami. What intimacy Mahaprabhu gave? Raise your hand. What intimacy Mahaprabhu gave? That he gave nobody else. Yes, Satyarama Mataji.
He gave his own kantimala.
Haribol. Can you imagine the good fortune? Such good fortune. Mahaprabhu is taking out his own kantimala and with his own hands he's putting it around the neck of Sri Raghunath Bhatta Goswami. Such intimacy, only with the manjaris. Only with the manjaris. Because Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is in Radha Bhav. Radha Bhav Didi Suvalita Naumi Krishna Swarupam. What intimacy he gave to Sri Gopal Bhatta Goswami? Yes, Satyarama Mataji. Or let's give chance to Kiran Mataji. Kiran Mataji also raised her hand. Yes, Mataji, you can unmute. Shri Gopal Bhatta Goswami, what intimacy was given by Mahaprabhu? What intimate dealings? हाँ परिमा Mataji?
Prabhuji, he was given the association in his childhood.
Yes,
And he had
got the association in
visited,
his childhood.
yeah.
Yes,
And
but
he visited.
something very intimate. Mahaprabhu.
Hare Krishna. Prabhuji, is it cowpea?
Mahaprabhu gave the kopin, Mahaprabhu gave the asan on which he used to sit. That is very intimate, to give your own kopin and to give your own asan. So this type of very, very special intimate dealings were only with the Manjaris, the six Goswamis of Vrindavan. All Brajvasis. Vande Rupa Sanatano Raghuyukshu Shri Jiva Gopalakau. What about Srila Raghunath Das Goswami? Yes, Satyavama.
He gave Gunjamala and Giriraj.
His own Govardhan Shila, that for several years he had worshipped. That Govardhan Shila always wet with the tears of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu would touch to the head, smell, hold to his heart, and chant. That dearmost object, Govardhan Shila, and the Gunjamala. Shri Govardhan Shila is Shri Govinda, and the Gunjamala is Srimati Radharani. Gave Srila Raghunath Das Goswami. This intimacy, nowhere. Therefore, सबसे पहले सर्वप्रथम फर्स्ट Vrindavana Vasi Jata Vaishnavaragan. These six Goswamis. Nobody is dear to Mahaprabhu like the six Goswamis. This Brahman later on is going to write this song. Vrindavana Vasi Jata Vaishnavaragan Prathame Vandana Kari Sabara Charana नीलाचल वासी जत महाप्रभुर गण भूमि ते पड़िया वंदो सबार चरण. In Sri Nilachal Dham also there are very great devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. There is Sri Swarup Damodar Goswami, there is Sri Ramananda Rai, there is Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya, there is Maharaj Pratap Rudra, there is Kashi Mishra. There are so many Shiki Mahiti. So many great devotees are there in Sri Jagannath Puri Dham. There is Gopinath Acharya, there is Namacharya Srila Haridas Thakur. I offer my obeisances to all of them. Hari Bol. Nilachala Vasirata Mahaprabhur Gan Bhumite Podiya Vando Sabara Charan. I fall on the ground like Dandavat Pranam and offer obeisances to all of them. Dandavat, like a stick. नवद्वीपवासी जत महाप्रभुरगत सबार चरण बंदो हैया अनुरक्त. There are many dear devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Sri Navadvip Dham also. In Mayapur Dham, Navadvip Dham. I offer my obeisances at the lotus feet of all the Vaishnavas of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, all the Bhaktas of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in Sri Navadvip Dham. They are the devotees like Shashi Mata, Sri Vishnu Priya Devi, Ishan Thakur, Vamshivadan Thakur, Sri Advaita Acharya, Srivas Thakur, Shivananda Sen, Kolavecha Sridhar, and so many others. I offer obeisances to all of them. Now there are other parts of Gaudadesh. There is Kumar Hat, there is Radha Desh, we like to call it Radha Desh. There is Ek Chakradham. There are also many devotees there. Mahaprabhur Bhakta Jata Gauda Deshe Sthiti Sabara Charana Vando Kariya Pranati. I offer obeisances to all the devotees in the Gauda Mandal, Gauda Desh, entire Bengal province. That includes Sri Khanda, that includes Eka Chakra, that includes Kulinagram, that includes Ambika Kalna, all those places, Gauda Desh, not just Navadvip, elsewhere also, outside also in Greater Bengal, all the great devotees that are spread out everywhere, I offer my obeisances to all of them. Acha, what about devotees outside of Bengal? What about devotees in South India? What about devotees in Maharashtra? What about devotees in Kashi? What about devotees in other countries? Je deshe baise गौरांगेर गण ऊर्ध्वबाहु करी वंदो सबार चरण. हरि बोल. Je Deshe, or any country where there are Mahaprabhu's devotees, Chinese devotees, Russian devotees, African devotees, Australian, New Zealand devotees, European devotees, North American devotees, South American devotees, Antarctica devotees, wherever the devotees are, wherever, I offer my obeisances to all of them. Hari Bol. Mahaprabhu, one instruction becomes a source of such great inspiration and such great poetry. This is the power of Mahaprabhu. Mahaprabhu says, Savahaite bhaktera mahima badaiya sangeeta kavitva vipra kara tumi kiya. Go and write songs that glorify Vaishnavas. 455. Krishna yasha parananda amrite tomar ninda visha jata sab kariba samhar. Krishna yasha. The glories of Sri Krishna are full of transcendental nectar. Parananda, Amrit. And this Krishna Katha Amrit will neutralize the poisonous effects of Ninda, blasphemy. Tomara Ninda Vish Jata Saba Kariba Samhar Krishna Yasha Parananda. The blissful, transcendental Krishna Katha. You just glorify Krishna. That will neutralize the poisonous effects of blasphemy. When you glorify Shri Krishna, you will have no time for blasphemy. Haribol. এই সত্য কহি তোমা সবারে কেবল না জানিয়া নিন্দা যেবা করিল সকল আর যদি নিন্দে কর্ম কভু না আচরে নিরন্তর বিষ্ণু বৈষ্ণবের স্তুতি করে এ সকল পাপ ঘুচে এই সে উপায় কোটি প্রায়শ্চিত্তে ও অন্যথা নাহি যায়. হরি বল. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Ei satya kahi, I am telling you the truth, O Brahman. Toma sabare keval na janiya ninda jeva karila sakal. Those who unknowingly blaspheme Sri Vishnu or the devotees of Vishnu, Vaishnavas, can be delivered from all reactions, all sinful reactions, if they always glorify Vishnu and they always glorify the Vaishnavas. Nirantara Vishnu Vaishnavara stuti kare. Nirantara विष्णु वैष्णवेर स्तुति करे आरो यदि निंद्य कर्म कभू ना आचरे. So this verse that I am highlighting, highlight it, underline it, mark it, download it, save it, tattoo it. Very, very important. आरो यदि निंद्य कर्म कभू ना आचरे निरंतर विष्णु वैष्णवेर स्तुति करे आरो यदि Nindya karma kabhu na achare. Don't again engage in ninda. Don't again blaspheme. Do not criticize again, Mahaprabhu is saying to all of us. And nirantar Vishnu stutikar, nirantar Vaishnav stutikar. Continuously glorify Lord Krishna, continuously glorify the Vaishnavas. And Srimad Bhagavatam, the most perfect, pure scripture, Srimad Bhagavatam Puranam Amalam Yad Vaishnavanam Priyam. It is filled with glorification of Shri Krishna. There is Barhapidam Natavarvapu in Srimad Bhagavatam, and there is Narayana Parasarvina Kutaschana Bibhyati also. There is glorification of Shri Vishnu, there is glorification of Vaishnavas. Haribol. There is glorification of Shri Krishna, and there is glorification of Krishna's devotees, like the Vraj Gopis. That is the beauty of Srimad Bhagavatam. Krishna Lila Bhagavate Kahe Veda Vyas Chaitanya Lila Vyas Shri Vrindavana Das. Haribol. We are getting to hear Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat. Same. There is glorification of Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and glorification of Mahaprabhu's devotees. Haribol. This is life. Don't criticize and always chant the name and glorify Shri Krishna and Shri Krishna's devotees, the Vaishnavas. आरो यदि निंद्य कर्म कभु ना आचरे निरंतर विष्णु वैष्णवेर स्तुति करे. Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev is telling us that we should not criticize Krishna, we should not criticize the Vaishnavas. We should always glorify Lord Krishna and always glorify the Vaishnavas, the devotees. Even millions of atonements cannot deliver people who do not follow this rule. E sakala papa guche, ei se upay. This is the upay, what I have highlighted, what Mahaprabhu is telling us. The medicine, the remedy, the solution, the treatment is arajadi nindya karma kabuna achare nirantara Vishnu Vaishnavera stuti kare. This is the solution. And this will destroy all our sins. This will destroy all the impediments on our path to attaining Shri Krishna. But if we don't follow this protocol, koti prayaschitte o anyatha nahi jaye. The sins will not go away by millions of prayaschitta, millions of atonements. Nothing will work. We have to go till 459 or 460. I think 460. चलो द्विज कर गिया भक्तेर वर्णन तबे से तुम्हारा सब पाप विमोचन. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, in his beautiful, sweet, soothing, calming voice, is telling, "O Brahman, go and describe the glories of the devotees, and all your sinful reactions will be dismissed. Go, chala dvija karagiya bhaktera varnan. Go and write about devotees. Go and write about devotees. All your sinful reactions will be dismissed. तबे से तुम्हारा सब पाप विमोचन. All your sins, everything, all impediments will go away. जो भी भक्ति में बाधा है, whatever hindrances you are facing in bhakti, they will all go away. Your bhakti will become a smooth, trafficless, interstate highway. Hari bol. Cruise along to Golok Vrindavan. All you have to do is don't criticize. For all of us, don't criticize and glorify Krishna, glorify Vaishnavas. Chala dvija karagiya bhaktera varnan. Go. Now write songs glorifying the Vaishnavas. Hari bol. Sakala Vaishnava Shri Mukher Vakya Shuni Anande Karaye Jaya Jaya Hari Dhvani. Shri Chaitanya said, "Oh Brahman, go now, don't worry. Describe the glories of the devotees. All your sinful reactions will be destroyed. You go." On hearing these words from the lotus mouth of Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev, Lord Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's lotus mouth, these words came out. All the devotees heard them. Sakala Vaishnava Shri Mukhe Vakya Shuni. All the Vaishnavas heard the words emanating from the beautiful lotus mouth of Mahaprabhu Sri Chaitanya Dev. Anande karaye jai jai hari hari dhvani. All of them jubilant started chanting jai ho jai jai hari bol hari bol hari bol. This is Gaur Leela. So beautiful. But I want to show one more verse, what our Shri Devkinandan Prabhu wrote. It says, ब्रह्मांड तारिते शक्ति धरे जाने जाने एवेद पुराणे गुण गाया ये आसुने महाप्रभुर गण सब पतित पावन ताई लोभे मुई पापी लयनु शरण. Wants to take shelter of all the devotees of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu because they are Patita Pavan. Mahaprabhu Gana Sab Patita Pavan. And Brahmanda Tarite Shakti Dhare Jane Jane. Each devotee of Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has the power to deliver entire Brahmanda. Brahmanda Tarite Dhare Dhare. Mahaprabhu is saying, go and sing the glories of the devotees, and this is how he is singing. This is how he is writing. Such beautiful glorification. Shri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki jai. Shri Chaitanya Bhagavat ki jai. Srila Vrindavan Das Thakur Mahashay ki jai. Srila Krishna Das Kaviraj Goswami Maharaj ki jai. Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Thank you very much, dear devotees. Hare Krishna. Jai Jai Shri Radhe Shyam. I'll stop here. Hare Krishna. Any questions? Yes, Satyaru Mataji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Just now we read there those who unknowingly blaspheme, that is the remedy. So we see devotees sometimes they knowingly blaspheme and still justify saying that even I am a Vaishnava, he should understand, she should understand and all that. So such people will never have any remedies at all.
आशाबद्ध समुत्कंठा नाम गाने सदा रुचि. In bhakti, there is always hope. Ashabadha, there is always hope. In bhakti, there is never any eternal damnation. That concept is not there on the path of the Vedic Dharma, Sanatan Dharma. There is always hope. There are devotees who knowingly criticize, and they will certainly not make tangible spiritual advancement. They may even regress in their bhakti, in their bhajan, and also they will have material problems as a result of reaction to their Vaishnava Ninda, blasphemy of devotees. So we should assess ourselves on these three parameters. Losing taste in Krishna consciousness, not able to make progress, actually even going down in bhakti, doing things that few years ago we were not doing, worse things now we are doing. This I was not doing even before coming to Krishna consciousness, or this I was not doing in the beginning years of Krishna consciousness. I didn't have these bad habits that I have developed now. If this is happening, then one should know that one has committed Vaishnava Aparadha. Therefore, we are not able to make spiritual progress. Spiritual desires are declining, spiritual activities are decreasing, and material desires are increasing. Material activities are on the rise. That is a sign of Vaishnava Aparadha. It's a reaction of Vaishnava Aparadha. So this happens to devotees who knowingly criticize, but even they have hope. Even they have hope. If they take shelter of a great devotee and follow the instructions of the devotee, give up their sinful tendency to criticize, they give up committing offenses, aparadha, buddhi, aparadha, aparadha guchi, hariname ruchi. Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur says. By the association of devotees, hopefully, they will give up their habit of criticizing, and then they will have to go through the prayaschitta of not blaspheming, glorifying Krishna and Vaishnavas, serving Krishna and Vaishnavas. Then they will be slowly, slowly purified. But there is hope for everyone. Gopal Chapal did it knowingly. Gopal Chapal, he is saying, I did not realize, because he realized the glory of Vaishnavas after criticizing the Vaishnavas, because Srivas Thakur never took any offense. Then he realized that. Tiraskrita vipralabdha, Chapta Shipta Hatapi. He is throwing meat and wine and everything, keeping it outside the house of Srivas Thakur to ruin Srivas Thakur's reputation. And here is Durvasa Muni. In anger, he is creating a fiery demon that is going to destroy Ambarish Maharaj. He calls Ambarish Maharaj a bhakta, not a devotee. He calls Ambarish Maharaj proud, arrogant. He criticizes Ambarish Maharaj in front of his wife, in front of his citizens, in front of his ministers, and then creates a demon with his own power to kill and destroy Ambarish Maharaj. He wanted to make Ambarish Maharaj's children fatherless. He wanted to make Ambarish Maharaj's Vaishnavi wife a widow. He wanted the citizens to become bereft of their wonderful king. This is what Durvasa Muni did. And for this Durvasa Muni, Shri Ambarish Maharaj is saying, Hey Sudarshan Chakra, Hey Bhagwan Vishnu, whatever tapasya I have done till today, whatever bhajan I have done till today, whatever bhajan the citizens of my kingdom have done today, I give it all to Durvasa Muni. Please become cooling, soothing for him. Don't burn him, don't kill him. Any Brahman in my kingdom has observed the vrat, tapasya, tyag, whatever they have done, I give everything to you. I give everything to you, Durvasa Muni. To someone who tried to kill him for no fault of his. Ambarish Maharaj was only trying to be nice to Durvasa Muni. He gave him a nice place to sit, worshipped his feet, told him, "You're welcome. I'm so happy you came here. Please sit, accept my hospital. I want to serve you prasad. Let me take a bath and come." For no fault of Ambarish Maharaj. He wanted to kill Ambarish Maharaj, and Ambarish Maharaj, Satyamati, think about it. Every mantra you have chanted, every you become zero. You become Kangal. You are giving everything, all your bhajan bal to someone who just tried to kill you. Only a great Vaishnava can do that. It's a very big thing that Ambarish Maharaj speaks in Srimad Bhagavatam. That O Sudarshan Chakra first offers obeisances to Sudarshan Chakra, speaks few verses glorifying Sri Sudarshan Chakra. And then he says, "O Sudarshan Chakra, hey Vishnu, whatever, hey Sudarshan Chakra and hey Chakrapani, Vishnu, whatever bhajan I have done in my life, I give it all to Durvasa Muni." When Gopal Chapal saw this attitude of Srivas Thakur, that I tried to destroy his reputation, and he never took offense. He's praying for me. He would get news from people that Srivas Thakur is doing special kirtan for you, that your leprosy goes away. Srivas Thakur is offering prayers for you. When Gopal Chapal learned this about the Vaishnavas, that's why he's saying, "I did not understand the glory of." But it's not that he did not know what is bhakti. He knew. He was a Brahmin. He was well read. He was just jealous of Srivas Thakur. That Srivas Thakur is becoming more popular than me. There are secret programs in his house where I am not invited. He just became jealous, envious. So he did it knowingly. But he was redeemed. He was redeemed because he had sincere anutap. He approached Mahaprabhu. He never criticized any devotee ever again. And he had genuinely realized the glory of Vaishnavas in full. So those who criticize, actually they have not understood the glory of Vaishnavas. Because if we actually understand the position of a Vaishnava, we will never criticize them. So they may be devotees with Kanthi Tilak, they may be initiated, they may be second initiated also. But they don't understand. One who understands Krishna, one who understands Bhakti Tattva, will never engage in blasphemy. It is unthinkable. It is unthinkable. It is like saying somebody knew the danger of acid but still poured acid on himself. Or someone knew the power of gravity and the hardness of concrete, but still he went up the Empire State Building and jumped down 108 floors. Not possible. Why someone will do that? A real Vaishnava will never criticize. Just like a scientist who knows the power of hydrochloric acid will never drink hydrochloric acid or pour hydrochloric acid on his head. Never. And a person who understands the power of gravity and who understands some medical science, has seen some trauma victims, will never jump from the Empire State Building. Similarly, a real Vaishnava will never criticize. Never. So those who criticize, they simply don't understand. They are, my Guru Maharaj, Param Pujya Srila Radhanath Swami Maharaj calls them Kansa with Dhuti Tilak. Kanthi Tilak. There is a lecture on YouTube. Don't be Kansa with Kanthi Tilak. You can look. His Holiness Radhanath Swami Maharaj, don't be Kansa with Kanthi Tilak. There is a lecture on YouTube. So they think they are devotees. Actually, they don't understand. One who understands will never criticize. Hari bol. But everybody has hope. They will come in contact with some Vakreshwar Pandit. Like Devananda Pandit came in contact with Vakreshwar Pandit, and they will be redeemed. They will, every Amogha will find some Sarvabhauma Bhattacharya who will redeem them. So there is always hope. Hari bol. Does it answer the question?
Yes, Prabhuji, thank you so much. Prabhuji, one more thing is that sometimes they, even if you tell them also, they don't realize. They simply keep on justifying. So, as you said, they should not be considered as Vaishnavas at all. Because if someone is trying to help them and they are simply trying to say that, no, I'm also a Vaishnava, I'm right. And
those people who are chanting Hare Krishna, they are Vaishnavas. Those people who are chanting Hare Krishna and they are criticizing devotees, those people who are chanting Hare Krishna wearing Tulsi Kanthi Mala, wearing Gaudiya Vaishnav Tilak, and they are criticizing other devotees and justifying it. They are devotees who are in Maya. And we should feel sorry for them. We should pray for their purification. But their association is most undesirable according to Srila Bhaktivinoda Thakur in Sri Jaiva Dharma. I'm quoting exactly. Their association is most undesirable and inauspicious. So we should avoid their association. There is a article that Sri Srimad Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj wrote called, it's in Krishna Kathamrit Bindu magazine. It is called Respect but Don't Associate. We have respect that you chant Harinam. We have respect that you have taken Diksha from a Vaishnav Guru. We have respect, but we will not associate with you. Do not associate with them because their association is most inauspicious and therefore we don't associate with them. Most undesirable. So we keep a distance from them. We associate with devotees who are Sajatiya, Snigdha Asha Sotovare. Haribol.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for this wonderful session. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Yes, Divya Mataji and then Sunil Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
You mentioned right now that why would anybody criticize a Vaishnava? But I'm just wondering, when you are hurt with with a devotee, and that hurt can be much more stronger than other friends and relatives. At that point, even if you don't want to, you end up criticizing because of the feelings of hurt. So how do you would that be considered? And what is blasphemy exactly? I mean,
Okay, I will explain to you first what is blasphemy. So imagine a situation, Divya Mataji. I come to you and I tell you about Satyarva Mataji. You look at Satyarva Mataji. You can see her.
yeah.
You see, I come to you and I talk to you about Satyarva Mataji in a way that after hearing me, your respect for Satyarva Mataji goes down. That is blasphemy. When you speak about a Vaishnava or a Vaishnavi in a way that the person who is listening to you, the respect that they have for that personality diminishes, that is blasphemy. That is Vaishnava. Now, if you think about it, it's very clear what is Vaishnava Aparadha. There is Hanti Nindanti Vai Dveshti Vaishnava Nabhinandati Kruddhate Harshano Darshanam Patane Kruddhate, what is that? Hanti Nindanti Vai Dveshti Vaishnava Nabhinandati Kruddhate Yatino Harsham Darshane Patanani Shat. These are the 6 types of Vaishnava Aparadha. Very simple terms. When you speak about a Vaishnava, what is Nindanti? Is when you speak about a Vaishnava in a way that the listener loses respect for that Vaishnava or their respect for that Vaishnava diminishes. That is Vaishnava Aparadha. That is blasphemy. Hanti Nindanti. This is Nindanti. Vaidveshti Vaishnava Nabhinandati. Krudhyate Yatino Harsham. Darshane Patanani Shat. So this is what is blasphemy. Now, the second part of your question, what should we do when our feelings are hurt? If our feelings are hurt and we criticize the devotee who hurt our feelings, then where is our tolerance? There is something called as tolerance. Tam stitikshasva bharata taroriva sahishnuna. Where is the tolerance in us? Somebody hurts our feelings and we go and we download blasphemy on others about that Vaishnava. So where is the tolerance? There is no tolerance. You see? So we should not do that. That's why we don't have taste in bhakti when we do that. We slowly lose our taste in bhakti. We start struggling in bhakti. Then it's like working out on an elliptical with full resistance. Why is it so hard? Why is bhakti so hard? Why 16 rounds are such a struggle? It is struggle because you have created that resistance by committing Vaishnava Aparadha. Otherwise, it's a smooth freeway, highway with no traffic. You cruise along to Golok Vrindavan. We create obstacles for ourselves. So we should try to have a clean heart. We should wish well for all Vaishnavas. And when there is somebody who is very critical, criticizing, hurting, then we just keep respectful distance. Like that. Respect, but don't associate. When somebody is blaspheming, we should not associate with such devotees. And we should make sure we are not someone like that who criticizes. Okay? Sunil Prabhu?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu Dandakanam. Prabhuji, you have said that we have hope, but what about like if I'm not honest, I'm duplicitous and not simple? Do I have hope? Like Prabhu Gopal Chapla, he was honest, Prabhu, and not duplicitous. It's mentioned in verses. And even Jagai Madai, they were sinful, but they did not committed sin afterwards.
What is the question, Prabhuji? I didn't understand.
So do I hope? Means Prabhu, like if I'm not simple, not honest, and duplicitous, do I have hope?
Oh, if someone is not honest, someone
and duplicitous
also, then do they have hope? They have hope, but not until they give up their duplicitous behavior, not until they become honest. Srila Gaur Govinda Swami Maharaj says, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is Patita Pavan, but he is not Kapati Pavan. If we are Kapati, we are duplicitous people, we are dishonest people, then we will not get Mahaprabhu's mercy. We'll have to wait. We'll have to wait. So somebody gets driver's license only when they become adults, right? When they have to become 18 years of age. So if someone remains 9-year-old, you will not get license. But is there hope? Yes, there is hope. You grow up. So we have to grow up. When we grow up, then there is hope. Hari Bol. Is that okay, Sunil Prabhu? Okay.
Abhijit, what is duplicitous in one word? Can you say, please? Duplicitous means?
Ask me, Adi Gadadhar Das, have you chanted 16 rounds today? And I have not chanted. And I say, yes, I have chanted. That is duplicitousness. To show
I think he got dropped off. He'll join again. Five minutes lower. 5 minutes lower. Close. Hare Krishna, everybody. Prabhuji got dropped off. Looks like he won't be able to rejoin again. So we'll end the call here and we will continue again in our next session. So we'll end here. Anita Mataji, you can end the call. वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपासिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय. Thank you, dear devotees. We'll meet